When you're a spiritual practitioner, when you have a calling, when you know that you have come here with the calling to work in the spiritual realms, you have to learn to be so stable within your calling, within your relationship with God, with Source, that you don't need validation from anyone else. Because if you need other people to validate you, if you need society to like you and agree with you, you are going to be blocked. You're never going to be able to do what you came here to do. So if you know you have a calling, and you also have a mother wound where you people please, that is one. You have to do your shadow work. You have to heal and set yourself free from that, because authenticity is so important. Authenticity is the highest frequency. And in order to truly serve, you cannot really care what anybody thinks, because if I care what you think, then I'm so tied into what you might want from me and expect from me that I cannot be authentic and true. And the only way I can serve you is if I'm true. An aunt of mine who was born with a similar gift. She is a wayfinder. She helps souls to transition. She reached out to me because she was helping someone, a friend, someone that she usually helps. She spoke to the spirits in the house, told them what to do. They didn't follow all the instructions, and a little girl still lingered. She sent me pictures. She said, well, they didn't do exactly what she said, but this is what this was left behind. It was handprints on a pillow when they went to sleep that night. And they're the only piece. It was only her in the house and her 3-year-old. And those hands are not 3-year-old handprints. Okay. For those of you who might think, well, okay, it could be something else. So let me just let you know. They were the only people in the house. She's a grown woman, and the only other person was her 3-year-old. And the handprints were not 3-year-old handprints. Nonetheless, my aunt sent me the pictures because she wanted my feedback. What's going on? And I didn't know what the situation was, what consultation she had done, what she'd done with the family. I said to her, I'm seeing a girl. I'm seeing a little girl running around abandoned. She's abandoned there. She's been left in the house. She's playing in the house. I mentioned some other things around the house, and I explained why she's there and what needs to happen. This is what she's saying. She's pointing out a certain bush in the with certain flowers that are on the property, all of that. So I sent that information, and my aunt's been coming back with me with all this confirmation. And one of the things she said to me was, my niece, this is why I always come to you, because you are real. You are the real deal. I don't care what anybody else says. And coming from her, she's my elder, you know what I mean? It's such an honor. And I've had a couple of messages like that where I've gotten validation that I wasn't expecting or looking for, because I have had to build a sense of self where I don't need validation from anybody else in order to be truly authentic. But spirits really blessed me with this, because I was like, sometimes that validation you don't need. Oh, but it's the cherry on the cake. It just sends you over the edge, and you realize, actually, this really does help me, It does actually add value. It's nice that I didn't need it, but receiving such honor, such validation from someone that I respect, so beautiful. I've received so many confirmations about an abandoned house, and they sent pictures about the bush with the flowers, the exact flowers on the property, and other things. I also said why she's there. So I said that this must be what that person is going through that's there right now, and that was confirmed. And I usually do readings for people that I've never met, and I don't ask them any questions. And I love it when I send it and Spirit's showing it to me, I'm like, could I just be making this stuff up? Could I just be delusional? And I love getting the feedback that just confirms and validates things that I could not have known. So my message to you today is, beautiful soul, especially for those of you who are here. You have your calling, you have your mission, and it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It can be your own unique thing. But if you know what you've come here to do, and you're not yet doing it because something's holding you back, I get what that's like. I want you to know it's such a privilege for you to have clarity about what you've come here to do. So many people don't know. Their purpose is so blocked out. They haven't closed that gap yet. So if you know what you've come here to do, then you are more than halfway across the midline, right? You're so close to the finish line. You just need to surrender and trust source and your guides to fill in the other things, bring the resources, bring the other things to support you to do what you came here to do. But what you came here to do is so incredibly special because it's a medicine, it's a magic that only you have, and our world needs it. We all benefit from it. The people in your life might not always get it or understand. And when I initially stepped out, there were a lot of like, oh my gosh, now she's doing this. Now she's a witch, she's. Um, and with time, the happier you are, the more fulfilled you are, the more authentic you are, the easier it is for your loved ones, for people around you who have the capacity to respect and appreciate that, to come to the party. But you can't wait for them to come to the party. You cannot wait for them to come to the party, and you have to move out of you need to get to a place where you don't need validation. The validation will come when you don't need it, but that's just the crazy thing about our reality. When you need validation, it will not come when you no longer need it. And in order to be true to yourself, you cannot be dependent on external validation. But when you are no longer dependent on external validation, that is when it comes from nowhere, and it just pushes you over the edge with bliss. It's really a privilege for me to have the gifts that I do, to have been chosen to bring what I bring to this planet, to this world, and I know I'm honored by God. So I don't need everybody to understand it, and this is my message to you today. Your purpose, your talent, your desire is sacred to God. You don't need other people to understand that. You just need to honor that sacredness, that relationship between you and Source. So I hope this encourages and inspires someone. Love and light.